Russel, a very good morning to you and thank you for your time this morning. What has this entire saga actually shown us or taught us about social media and how we're using it?
We've learned lots from it. Racism is abhorrent, no one wants to see it, we want to cut it out of our society. What we do see is, at least in these 4 cases, there's something a bit interesting from a social media perspective. In the Justine van Vuuren case, the Penny Sparrow case, and the Chris Hart case, social media was used to actually perpetrate the racism. So tweets and comments were made in social media which were racist and offensive and appalling. The difference with this latest case that happened at the Queen's Plate, the De Klerk case, there the woman said comments to the people at the Queen's Plate which were racist, and social media was used to actually track down the identity of the perpetrator and then basically bring her to book and bring her to task. So you see social media working in 2 different ways there.
What was done in the Nicole de Klerk story? What does the Protection of Personal Information Act say about that? And what are the dangers of doing something like that? Not to defend what she did in any way, but she didn't tweet it. This was tweeted about her with a picture of her posted without her knowledge or her permission.
Yes, so the Protection of Personal Information Act protects things like your personal information, which includes your pictures, your names, any information that can identify you. And there's good reason to protect that. Your own information can be misused. It can be shared in things like sex trafficking and child trafficking, to phishing and fraud and online piracy, and there are several harms that can be caused by not having control over your personal information. That's on the one hand. But on the other hand, there is some public benefit and good to having your personal information shared in social media, even though it may be against your will. For example, to prevent social wrongs and prevent things that are offensive to our society.
I think the debate, Russell, here comes in about freedom of expression or freedom of speech and then hate speech. And how do you control that, if you can, on things like social media? Can you actually do that?
Yes, there's lots that we can do. First of all, there's a direct complaints policy to Facebook, but I mean, hate speech or racist comments are on a spectrum where they range anything from civility to defamation, to on the extreme end, which would be hate speech, and things like criminal injury, which is a crime, and a whole bunch of things in between. So